Hello and welcome to Investing for Generations, your channel for high quality stock research for long term value investors. And today I want to give you another news update on Air Canada, one of the stocks in my portfolio. And in the last week, there was some news, and I want to go through this with you. And first of all, very big news broke through lately. Calin Rovinescu to retire as president and CEO of Air Canada early next year. Air Canada today, this was the 16th of October, announced that Calin Rovinescu, its president and chief executive officer, will retire on February 15, 2021. And Deputy CEO and Chief Financial Officer Michael Russo will succeed him up in his retirement. And this is really big news for Air Canada, and in my view, really bad news for Air Canada because Rovinescu was a great CEO, and Air Canada, despite the lately pandemic situation, was really successful. And then I want to read a quote of Rovinescu to his retirement. While COVID-19 has decimated the global airline industry, fortunately we entered the pandemic much healthier than almost any other airline in the world as a result of our strong balance sheet, track record, and engaged workforce. I talked about this in my other Air Canada videos, where I also think Air Canada is in a better financial position than many other airlines. Our COVID-19 mitigation and recovery plan is now nearly complete, and the remaining steps will be put in place prior to the year end. We have raised around 6 billion of incremental liquidity. We continue to implement a series of significant fleet capacity, network and workforce reductions that are required for the next several years before we rebuild from the smaller footprint. We have reduced our cost structure, our capital spending, and our supplier arrangements for the next years. At the same time, we have completed the implementation of our new reservation system and our acquisition of Aeroplan, and we will have launched our new industry-leading loyalty program. I also made a video about the loyalty program with Aeroplan, so feel free to find out on my channel or here just a link up on the screen to find out more about this program. We have concluded a revised acquisition agreement for Transat, a leader in leisure travel, subject to regulatory approval. Air Canada will be extremely well positioned for the recovery when borders reopen, travel restrictions are lifted, and the broader economy is functioning again, added Mr. Rovinescu. A lot of these points I also mentioned in my videos before about Air Canada. So I also think this company is in a really bad position right now, but even in a better position than many other of the airlines and a lot of others North American airlines. But anyways, the loss of Rovinescu is really a big loss. In 2019, Mr. Rovinescu was recognized as Strategist of the Year and as Canada's Outstanding CEO of the Year for the second time by the Globe and Mail's report on Business Magazine. In 2016, Mr. Rovinescu was recognized as Canada's Outstanding CEO of the Year by the Financial Post magazine, Canada's preeminent recognition for chief executives. Among several airline industry recognitions, he was awarded the Executive Leader Award at the 2018 Airline Strategy Awards in London, England. And also when we take a look at the stock chart, Rovinescu took over in 2009 when the price for the Air Canada stock was around $1.70 Canadian dollar and rises up for over $50 before the pandemic took place. And I think also this is a picture of a very successful CEO, and so this is a big loss for Air Canada. And we will see how Russo, the new CEO, will go further with Air Canada. But of course, this is also next to the pandemic situation and all the problems we have right now. This is another uncertainty for Air Canada, and so the questions become just more with that. More bad news. Canada border won't reopen until US controls COVID-19. Also, this news broke in. It's absolutely uncertain when Canada will open the borders again to the US. And this is, of course, also big news for Air Canada in a bad way, because a lot of the revenue under normal circumstances come from the US. And so this is another big hit for Air Canada for the foreseen future. And so it seems like the things come from bad to worse, and the bad news just not finish. And so we will see what will happen next with the whole world, with the travel industry, the airline industry, and especially, of course, with Air Canada. A lot of uncertainty, and there are more and more questions. And the main question become how long Air Canada can stand this situation. And I tried to explain in my other videos that they have a lot of liquidity and they are in a better position than others. But of course, also Air Canada can't stand that forever. And now, with the retirement of the CEO, of course, things get more uncertain. So that's never good in the stock market and for an investor. But that's what it is right now. And so the question becomes what to do with my position of Air Canada. And since Air Canada is by far the smallest position in my portfolio, and my otherwise very conservative portfolio, I will just sit on my stocks and hope for the best and hope for a hopefully soon solution for this pandemic situation, and with that come back, of course, for the travel industry and the airline industry especially. And so I will do just nothing, just sit on it and wait for better times. And with that, take the weekly look into my portfolio. And by the way, I'm one of the few YouTubers who give you an insight every week of his real money portfolio. And so if you like that and if you're interested in that and get value out of that, subscribe to the channel. Before I started my YouTube channel, I looked for that because you can talk a lot about stocks and investing and how to do it, but really few people prove what they do and if it works. And first start with the received dividends in the last week. I received my dividend from Medtronic last week. This was $6.52. Not a lot, but at least a little bit. And Medtronic at all rises over the last few weeks. So there are some positive signs also in the stock price. And the second dividend I received last week was from Leggett & Platt, and I got $26.18 from them. And Leggett & Platt is my best performing stock right now with a plus of 58% overall. And here you can see all my positions in my portfolio and how they performed since I bought them. And this looks really good. Just Air Canada was a very difficult situation in the travel industry. Imperial Oil and Wells Fargo are far behind, but I also made a video about Wells Fargo, for example, and what to do there, so also check this out. And by the way, you can find a deeper analysis of all of these companies on my channel, where I look deeper into the businesses and also calculate the intrinsic value for every business and explained why I think it's a good long-term investment. And that's what's all about here on the channel. It's about long-term value investment. And so you find very few speculative stocks in my portfolio. I would say Air Canada is really the only high risk stock here in my portfolio. And last but not least, take a look at the overall performance. I started this North American portfolio at the 2nd of December 2019, and since then my portfolio performed 23.38% compared to the S&P 500 of 10.57%. So this is quite a nice outperformance of 13%. And as I said, I give you every week once an update how this portfolio goes on. And so this is very transparent. I hope this have some value for you? And if so, just join this community of long-term value investors. We already over 430 people, and just join the group. We grew and grew over the time. Hopefully we can grow more. And also, if you have some opinions, just let me know in the comment section and let us learn from each other. Thank you. Thanks for watching, and if you find any value, subscribe to my channel and join me. And if you really liked my video, give me a big thumbs up and ring the notification bell to never miss another video. And tell all your friends that here on the channel you can find high quality stock research for long-term value investors. Then that's it for today. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye.